Hello Hattrick friends, welcome to episode 80 of Let's Play Hattrick in San Marino within Secalveheu. Hattrick really is up and down. The week before last week I cancelled the episode because it was just so sad. Last week we hoped for Zanotti to get a chance in the under-21s, and right after I published episode 79 we actually got the news that Zanotti was called up. That was on Monday, but we'll get back to how things have been for Zanotti with the under-21s later in the episode. First off, I want to do a scouts call because that's just a classic way of doing things. So let's see what's in store for us. Maybe a little Christmas present. 16, 16, 16, 16. I think we'll go with Biaggi. Simply because he has a higher defending potential. 1653. Yeah, I'm not really happy about Santa Claus looking at the scouts call, that's for sure. Duccio Biaggi. Moving on to the senior training, we had an update at 33% stamina. Now we did turn it back down to 12%, meaning that all of the relevant players are in excellent stamina at this point. We had our keeper pop from inadequate to passable defending, Joshua, very nice, and then Igor Becker popped this week to poor defending. Last week we also saw Nikolai pop to inadequate defending. But let's take a look at the sheet because things are moving in the right direction. There we go. And as you can see, both of those pops are marked here. Inadequate defending and poor defending. Beltigano almost up at 2100 HGMS now. That's pretty nice. And he's actually far beyond Zanotti, but the next pop for Zanotti will be worth quite a bit because defending gives a high amount of HGMS. So almost all of the players are in their 21st year of Hattrick existence now. Looking very positive. Hopefully we'll have to add a row concerning under 21's caps real soon. Interesting to see Zanotti and Francioni being quite close in HGMS actually. But people, it's time to have a look at those under-21s matches for San Marino to see if Zanotti actually got to play during his first few weeks in the San Marino under-21 squad. So let's take a look at the under-21s team's matches so far here. You'll see the matches. The first match he was eligible for, or at least called up for, was the home match against Oman. So let's take a look at the lineup here, and you'll actually see that there's no Zanotti in the lineup. He was on the bench in this first match. If we then look at how things played out, San Marino did try to dominate midfield. Unfortunately for San Marino, Hattrick scored in the 43rd minute and they scored another counter down the right in the 53rd minute. It was quite clear that this wasn't really a match for Zanotti to come into, simply because his role would be more of a defending role if San Marino got into the lead. So no cap for Zanotti on Monday against Oman. Friday evening, it was time to play home against Madagascar, and once again we had Zanotti starting out on the bench. But oh, I already revealed Zanotti was subbed on in the 63rd minute, coming into the central defense as San Marino started defending their lead. They did start out in a 3-5-2, what you could call the classic hat-trick formation here, but as the match went on, they wanted to defend the lead obviously, and that meant Zanotti got to play in the central defense 33 minutes this time around. So if we navigate to Zanotti's page here, we'll see that he's now noted for one under-21's national team match. Pretty nice. And this is also what we'll base this year's Christmas giveaway upon. What you need to do in order to take part in the giveaway is to guess how many caps will Zanotti have by the 27th of December. So meaning by next round in the under-21's World Cup, how many times will he have been featured for the under-21's national team in San Marino? I will pick from 2 correct answers, and I'll do so in the next video. I will document and I'll make a giveaway of a classic Hattrick mug and the classic Hattrick tee. So for a chance to win either of those, please make a comment specifying the number of under-21's national team matches Zanotti has played after the 27th of December. And let's just take one final look at Zanotti before we move on to the next part of this episode. I wanted to make a bit of a cameo with the team in Denmark, who's also playing out an inner midfield cycle. It wasn't only Sanati who got a little Christmas present from the under-21s manager, so did Riku Åstrup, and he also gained his first cap this Monday. Look at the new kit he's donning, by the way. Another piece of work by RHedberg, who's made a brilliant kit. We'll take another look on the new Kalvehave CF kits in just a sec. If we just zoom out, is obviously part of the under-21s team right now. He's got one match recorded just like Sanati, and it seems that we also have been struck by a little Christmas under-21s curse. Now Riku Åstrup was injured this Sunday. We won the league in Denmark, and that means we are promoting directly to 5th division. Hopefully we can do well in that tier. Just taking a closer look at the kit, look at this beauty. Inspired by Real Madrid and the early 90s kits, and then also the sponsor in there. I like this work, really cool. So shout out to RHedberg, also working on some away kits at the moment. I'm so much looking forward to seeing those kits. On Sunday evening, we played BK's Union Belize in the final match of the season, and it got a little too tight for my taste, to be honest, because Roberto Trasuli had a red already in the 21st minute, and with these ratings, you would have expected us to beat Union Belize by more than 3-2 and just one goal. But it ended quite nicely with a win. Jaco Kiva sealing the deal in the 83rd minute, but it was too close for comfort, if I am to be completely honest. That means we end in 3rd place, as we wanted when the season started, and we'll be putting in some work getting ready for the next season with a few friendlies in the off-season against the team in Denmark. Hopefully we'll be able to put up a little more of a fight against the likes of Berlin United and whoever comes down relegated to our division next season. Nothing else to report this week, so I wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I'll see you guys with the results of the giveaway in the new year. Take care.